Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in with me today. Now in today's video I am going to be reviewing some brand new releases by Jane Iredale. Now I feel like Jane Iredale has gone through some major changes over the past months. They have definitely revamped all of their packaging. They are pumping out some brand new products, some new formulas. I feel like they're definitely restyling their brand and that's very exciting to see. I mean, I have reviewed Jane Iredale multiple times already on my channel. I will definitely link those videos in my description box below. So if you're actually looking for a product that you cannot find in this video, you might be able to find it in a previous video. So Jane Iredale is an American clean beauty brand. I feel like they have been around since ages. They are kind of the pioneers of clean makeup and they also do offer skincare. Now in today's video I'm only going to be focusing on the makeup and I'm so excited to be giving you this review today with these brand new releases because I was really intrigued when I saw them. So I feel like all these new releases or slash reformulations of products are definitely improvements. They're really exciting to see. And I really enjoyed the fact too that all of the new products that I got are vegan now. So if you do have any concerns about the ingredients or about a product being vegan or not, you can head over to their website. They are doing a fantastic job in being very transparent what is vegan, what is not, what is gluten-free, and they also offer an entire ingredient list for each product. So they also have reformulated their very popular Glow Time BB cream, which I also have previously reviewed on my channel. That was such an exciting new release and I definitely have some major thoughts to share with you on these new releases. So in terms of pricing, I feel like Jane Iredale kind of is a little bit more on the expensive side. They're not over the top like Westman Atelier, but they're also not very cheap. Some products are hits and others are misses, but in this video in particular, the new releases that I've tried out, I've got to say I've been really happy with most of them. Most of them, not everything, but most of them. But yeah, if you have tried anything by Jane Iredale or any of these newer products, please do drop me a comment down below. I would absolutely love to hear from you. What are your thoughts? What is your experience, or is there anything that you would like to try? Or if you have any further question, please feel free to drop me a comment below. In case this is your very first video on my channel, or in case you just have not hit the subscribe button just yet, why not hit it? I would really appreciate it. You can also ring the bell in order to stay notified about my upcoming videos. And if you do enjoy this video at any point, please feel free to give it a big thumbs up. That would be very much appreciated. So in total, I do have 6 brand new products by Jane Iredale. I'm gonna go barefaced, I'm gonna zoom you guys in, and we're gonna fill in the gaps with some other products by Jane Iredale that I still have that you might still be able to find. Also, I'm going to link a shop down below where I usually shop Jane Iredale. And yeah, I actually have purchased all of these products with my own money. There are only 2 products that I was gifted from that shop and I'm really grateful for that. So thank you, Laura, again for sending me these beautiful products. I think this is the 3rd time I'm doing a full face by Jane Iredale. So I would say without no further ado, let's just go barefaced. I'm gonna zoom you guys in and let's review these new products by Jane Iredale. Alright you guys, you are zoomed in. I am barefaced right now, so let's actually kick it off with the very first product by Jane Iredale. Let's start off with her brand new primer. So this is the Smooth Affair Mattifying Face Primer and this retails for $50. So this was basically released like, 2 weeks ago, and I got my hands on this brand new released primer. So when I heard the news that Jane Iredale would release a mattifying primer, you can imagine how excited I got, because I actually had her Smooth Affair for oily skin, facial primer and brightener. I've got to say, I did not really enjoy this product. It's still available on her website and it actually got also repackaged. It has the new style of packaging. So this is the old packaging that I still have. But I did not really enjoy this primer because I don't know why this would have been aimed at oily skin. It made my skin so glowy. So this had this bizarre, strange grapefruit scent that was a common theme in her old line. And I always critique that weird citrusy scent. I don't really mind citrus as a scent, but I don't really like it in my makeup. This is still available on her website. However, it's gonna be discontinued and it's gonna go for good, and it's actually on discount. So at the moment, this retails for $35 instead of $50. And I think this did not sell well because it really did nothing for oil control, like zero. It just literally made my face super glowy, everything I don't want. It added shine instead of actually mattifying your skin. I also tried her Smooth Affair Illuminating Glow Face Primer. I actually gifted this to my best friend because she loves glowy primers. She really, really enjoys that. I don't. I like a good mattifying primer, something that blurs my pores. Back then, I don't know why I even picked that one up. I have no idea, but it was so illuminating, like one of the most illuminating primers I've ever tried. But that one is still available, so if you like an illuminating primer, I'm gonna check if that one has essential oils though. I can't really see the grapefruit oil extract. Maybe she reformulated that one as well, but that one actually contains coconut oil, just to give you a slight warning on that. The new one, the mattifying one, the new release for oily skin, does not have any oils. So good. So as of right now, on the website, there are 4 primers available. This one is gonna get discontinued, the one for oily skin. And yeah, we have this brand new mattifying primer that I've got. We have the Illuminating Glow Face Primer, and we have a Brightening Face Primer. So here it is, the brand new mattifying primer. This literally arrived a couple of days ago, and I've already tried it out. I could not wait to try this out, and I've got to say, I honestly really, really enjoyed this. This is so different from this, and I'm so glad like she replaced it with this, because this is actually for oily skin, and this is going to mattify my face, and it's actually a really, really lovely product. It's a little bit high up there in price. I've got to say her primers are $50, which is kind of expensive. But you know, you guys, I could not resist. I wanted to try this out because I'm always on the lookout for good mattifying blurring primers. So this primer is also vegan. It has, as I said, no oils in there whatsoever, which is so good. No essential oils. It has, however, some dimethicone, some silicones, right? It has quite a minimal ingredient list. There is also some hibiscus bark extract in here. This is completely fragrance free. Like, this has no scent to it whatsoever, no essential oils, no alcohol. So my face right now is a little bit shiny because I did use a gel moisturizer, which is kind of glowy. And so yeah, I did that on purpose because I wanted to show you how well this is actually mattifying. All right, so I'm gonna clip my hair back. So let's squeeze a little bit of product out. Now this has a pink tint to it. It's quite runny. It's gonna run down my finger. So let's actually apply it to one side of my face first. Feels really lovely and so easy to spread out. I mean, this is really, really good. This really did mattify my face. You can see I'm still shining on this side, and here it's minimal. This is absorbed by my skin like immediately. It does not pull my skin. It doesn't do anything like drying. It actually feels quite hydrating, which is surprising. So if you don't want to wear makeup, you could actually just use this to mattify your face. I've got to say, I've been really impressed with it. I'm so happy I got this because it's been working so well. So I'm gonna do the rest of my face. This is such a great mattifying primer without drying out your skin. I feel like my skin feels really, really soft, and it did create kind of like a canvas, you know, like a very smoothed out base. So I'm going to continue using this, and I'm so happy I got this, although it was a little bit pricey, I've got to admit, but it's definitely worth it. It's literally doing such an amazing job in no time, and I just really like it. You know, it feels nice on the skin, it sinks in, and it's just, also has blurred my pores to a certain degree. So let's actually continue with a new release. Let's talk about her reformulation on her BB cream. So this is the Glow Time Pro BB Cream SPF 25, and this retails for $52. I was speechless when I saw this product, because do you guys all remember this one? The Glow Time BB Full Coverage Cream. I reviewed this in depth in my other video. As I said, I'm going to link those videos below. I'm also going to put them at the end of my video. This was loved by so many. I mean, I also enjoyed this product. My only issue with this was definitely the fact that this smelled like grapefruit, and it made the entire product literally smell the same way as this. I also did not really enjoy the fact that it was a very thick cream, this product. As much as I loved the full coverage aspect of this, right? This kind of transferred. So when you would touch your face, I mean, you know, you would run into some major issues. It wasn't perfect, you know, it's like this really thick texture, this thick full coverage cream. I loved it because of the full coverage of this. Kind of used this a lot, but I just did not enjoy that scent. So this is still available. This used to be $52 as well, and it retails now for $36.40. They are gonna discontinue this product, and it's already been replaced by this new product that I've got. Here is the new BB cream. I literally have this product since, I would say, a month or so, and I am so happy with this reformulation. So this is essential oil free. To me, it does not have any scent anymore. On here, it does still have the bitter orange fruit extract, and it still has the grapefruit extract. So they did remove the lemongrass extract. Maybe that's what made this foundation smell like citrusy, the house. But also they moved the bitter orange and the grapefruit extract further down on the ingredient list. So it's not that present anymore, you know. The concentration of these extracts is definitely lower. Now, this has a mineral SPF of 25 in here. It has titanium dioxide 11.6% and zinc oxide 3.3%. It's not like this thick cream anymore. Now it's actually really lightweight, and it doesn't feel like you would suffocate your skin. Also, the packaging is a billion times better than the old packaging. I mean, just look at that, right? This cap would have been always loose. Like, I would have to literally do that. It's so weird. And this is actually replaced with a round cap and with a pump. That is so neat, because this one did not have a pump. You just had to squeeze it out, which is not a problem. The problem really was the cap. And yeah, let's talk actually about the shades. This actually comes in 14 shades. It's a little bit limited. Now, I got the shade GT4, and the shade GT4 is described as a light to medium with neutral peach undertones. I actually picked up the same shade than I had in this one. The way I love to apply this is actually with a dampened sponge. I don't know if you could apply this with your fingers. I have a subscriber who said that she was struggling with the application. She used to apply this one with her fingers. Now, I don't really like applying my makeup in general with fingers, so I always tend to use a brush or a makeup sponge, but because of this runnier texture and stuff, I just felt like this would be a good foundation to be applied with a sponge. Oh yeah, the coverage level on this is fantastic. I was so shook because I was a little bit scared that they would make it a little bit more light coverage. No, this is medium to full. It's not completely runny, but it's definitely not that thick kind of cream anymore. It will run down my finger, and this is a lot of product already. I feel like you don't even need that much product. So if you want a lighter coverage, you don't actually need a lot of product. And yeah, so let's just use a little bit of what I have on my finger. I'm going to show you how well this is going to cover everything. It's fantastic. Like, so I'm gonna add a little bit more. This covers so much. Oh my god. Wow, I still have that much on my finger left. This is so highly concentrated with pigment. It has such full coverage. Like if I would build this up, you wouldn't be able to see any discoloration on my face anymore at all. The finish on this, I mean, I did use my mattifying primer underneath it, right? But it is not glowy, it's not dewy. It's also not matte slash cakey. I would call this really a perfect finish. I don't know how else to describe it because it does not add shine, it doesn't do anything weird to your face. It literally looks like skin, and that's what I love about this foundation. I used such little product, you guys. Still have this. I might be able to do my face with an entire pump, or maybe not. I'm just going to spread this out and then I'm going to add another layer so you can see how well this is actually building up on my skin. Although I would not really need it, I'm still going to do it for the review. So let's go. Okay, I gotta take another pump because that wasn't enough, didn't suffice for my forehead. This is like such an improved foundation. I keep on saying foundation, really it's a BB cream. But to me this is just a full coverage foundation that makes your skin look beautiful. I feel like this is gonna be emptied. That's how much I love this. And especially in summer, this is perfect for the summer because I never like something dewy, something like that looks like sweat on my skin, you know, during summertime. And in general, I don't like that finish. And I still have some on my fingers. So let me grab a tissue. I mean, honestly, do I even need to powder my face? That's also a question that I'm asking myself sometimes when I'm wearing this. Very rare that I'm asking myself that question, you know. Just one thing that is a little bit confusing is the name. It's called Glow Time Pro. To me, this is not a glowy foundation. That's the only thing. That's my only critique. But everything else, so beautiful. This also wears like a dream. I mean, this wears just amazingly. But we're gonna just move on with a couple more products by Jane Iredale. Now the next product is not a new release. I already have reviewed this, but I just want to use just a little bit of a concealer, to be honest. Like if I would bring up this foundation underneath my eyes, I don't really need a concealer. And also, I'm not the biggest fan of her concealers, you know, so I'm just gonna apply a tiny bit on my under eye. This is not a new product, but it's still available on her website. So this is her Circle Delete Concealer, and this retails for $34. This only comes in 4 shades, so actually 8 shades because one product does contain 2 shades. This is not vegan because this does contain beeswax. It's not bad, you know. I'm just going to use a little bit. I'm going to blend this also out with the sponge, I think. It's actually really easy to disperse. I'm using this shade right here. Just a little bit on my under eye. This is much more luminous than my foundation. I'm not going to put it anywhere else because I don't need a concealer and I don't really want to brighten up my face, also because it's summer. I'm just gonna blend this out with a sponge. It's gonna blend in quite seamlessly, to be honest with you. It's a really nice concealer. I have used so many concealers by Jane Iredale that I did not enjoy that much. This was the one that I kept on using a bit, and it's not bad, you know. It's actually really lovely. So next product would be a powder, and we're gonna do that. We're gonna put on some powder. Now, this powder, I cannot find this anymore on her website. I'm not sure what's happening. She only has one that is called Pure Matte, and I think that is the only one that survived this entire revamping of Jane Iredale. And for some reason, I completely forgot to pick up that powder. This is the Beyond Matte HD powder. I'm gonna put it on my pack shot, but I'm not sure for how much this retailed. You can still find this on Amazon. You can still find it, I think, at the shop where I always purchase my products by Jane Iredale. On her official website, this product is gone. This was also a refillable compact. This is the shade Translucent. I just really love the fact that this compact was so thin. It's so narrow, and I always took this with me wherever I went, when I traveled, when I went to see my friends. I always brought this powder, always had this in my bag, and you can't really see the logo anymore. I mean, this is just loved, you know, amongst all of the powders that I have. Like, this is the one that goes with me when I'm traveling. So as I said, I don't really need to powder my face. Like, what is happening? So I'm still gonna do it. I'm just gonna use a little bit of this because honestly, I don't really need it that much. I just need it for my under eye. But yeah, do let me know if you actually have tried that Pure Matte powder, that face powder that she still has on her website. Not sure why this is not available anymore because it was so good. Just gonna use a little bit of this just to kind of sap my face. Oh yeah, for my eyelids, I'm gonna actually use my Lila B Virtuous Veil Concealer and Eye Primer. I go through this like crazy because I always use this. This is one of the only eye primers that I love. That I truly love. I've repurchased this multiple times. So let's actually move on to some colors. Now, I don't really have a separate bronzer by Jane Iredale because as of right now, she only has bronzers containing carmine, powder bronzers with carmine. But we're gonna have to use a product that I have from her. It's actually a face palette. I did review this in my other video as well. If you wanna see all of these shades, you know, I'm gonna refer you to that video because I'm not gonna waste too much time with this. I just want to quickly apply my bronzer. Actually, this was a limited edition, but actually this morning I got an email by Jane Iredale saying 30% off of products before they're gone for good. And this product was part of it, and it actually retailed for $69 and now it retails for $48.30. And it's the Illuminating Lights Face palette. So this actually does come with a bronzer. I always love the bronzer. This bronzer is fantastic, so I'm just going to use that bronzer because also this is vegan. So I don't have to worry about the carmine, and hopefully she's going to come out with a powder bronzer that is vegan at some point. I mean, this one is really lovely. So I'm just going to apply this bronzer and then we're going to move on with a brand new release. Alright, so my bronzer is applied. I really do enjoy this bronzing shade, really love it. Alright, so let's actually move on to another really exciting new product. So this is the Pure Pressed Blush and this retails for $32. So you could definitely argue with me, like, why are you making such a fuss about a powder blush? But she has reformulated this powder and it's excellent. The shades, 14 shades, I was like, I don't even know which one to pick now. They all look stunning. And for once, a brand came out with such beautiful shades and with different finishes. So there's shimmery shades and there's also matte shades. And well, of course, I did not pick up anything glowy or shimmery, but you guys, I kind of went bananas with these because I mean, the first shade that I picked up, it just convinced me so much. I picked up 4. I'm gonna show them all to you because I actually filmed myself when I applied all of the shades because I've already tried them all out, and I mean, I've been wearing them so much. So the engraved logo here is already disappearing in some of the shades because I keep on reaching for them so much, and I never in a billion years would have thought that I would love these powder blushes that much. But they are so freaking beautiful. So I'm going to show you all of the shades I've got swatched on my arm, and I'm going to show them to you on my face. So the very first one that I picked up is the shade Flawless, which is described as a peachy pink brown. Then I also picked up the shade Barely Rose, a soft cool pink. And then I also have the shade Mystique, a deep rosy brown. and this beautiful shade Dubonnet, a neutral rose. So there are a couple of shimmer shades here. So on the website it actually does say a silky, easy glide pressed blush that builds like a powder and blends like a cream for seamless, long-lasting color and a fresh, healthy glow. And all of them are vegan. I remember that I never picked up her blushes because they all contain carmine, and so she changed that, and all of these are vegan now, which I honestly love. And gosh, these shades, they are so stunning. So these two are definitely my winners. This beautiful shade Dubonnet, and then Flawless. This was my first one, and I love this. This is absolutely stunning. So I might go in with this. So the one shade that is a little bit newer is the shade Mystique. But can you tell how much I use this? You can barely see that Jane logo anymore on here. That's how much I love this. Like, I've been using this constantly because it's just an amazing shade. So I'm gonna apply Flawless, and then maybe I'm gonna top it off just a little bit with the Barely Rose shade. They are not like crazy pigmented, they are actually like medium pigmentation, and they build up so stunningly. Like, really pretty. Let's actually put on this shade Flawless. These look like airbrushed. The formula really doesn't look like a powder. It just looks like, I don't know, your skin. It really doesn't look like patchy or anything. It's like almost like an airbrushed kind of finish. Really pretty. So let me actually take the shade Barely Rose, this one, and I'm just gonna slightly top off the apples of my cheeks with this. Such a beautiful, cool pink. So I'm so happy with these purchases, and they are just literally favorite blushes of mine now. Now I do want to mention that Jane Iredale also has a couple of new cream blushes, and she's going to come out with a new cream bronzer. I will definitely pick that up and update you guys in a new video. Maybe not a complete full face on Jane Iredale, but maybe just a new seasonal clean beauty video. She's going to come out with that by the end of August, but I didn't want to wait that long to review all of this beautiful makeup. But yeah, she has some cream products. I've never tried the cream blushes or the cream bronzers or the highlighters, so to speak. But yeah, I went for the powder formula, and I really don't regret it one bit because so pretty, right? I love this. Now the next product, I would actually move on to a highlighter, but I actually don't have a separate highlighter, so I gotta go back into this palette real quick, and I'm just gonna use this highlighting shade right here. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit of the highlighter right here and on the tip of my nose. That is also such a beautiful highlighter. Like, this is the shade Twinkle. So my complexion is done. I mean, love it, right? So let's actually move on to my eyes. Now, with the eyes, I would actually usually start with my eyebrows. I had a product by Jane Iredale for the eyebrows. Oh gosh, I did not enjoy it. Where is it? I might still have it. Do I still have that product? I tried this so much. Like, I gave it such a fair try, and every time I applied this, I was like, no. Like, this would just not dry down on me. I don't know. Don't like it. So I am just gonna fill in my brows real quick with my usual products that I love. And I'm gonna use my Item Beauty Brow Chow pencil, and then I'm gonna go over it with my Kosas Airbrow, and I'll be back in a second because we've got some really exciting eyeshadow palettes to talk about. So my brows are filled in, and yeah, let's actually talk about some of the brand new eyeshadow palettes that Jane Iredale actually released. But before we are doing that, let's actually talk about one more eyeshadow palette. It's still available, but I never reviewed this on my channel, and I got it like months ago and I completely forgot to actually review it. So I thought I'm still gonna include this real quick because it's still available. It's on discount because I think it was a limited edition for Christmas, and that's like what, 7 months ago. And yeah, I never really got around showing this or featuring this in a video. So this is the Dazzle and Shine eyeshadow kit, and this retailed for $38. It now retails for $26.60. I'm not going to play around with this today because obviously we've got some new eyeshadow palettes that I want to put onto my eyes. I'm going to show you the swatches. These don't have names, so I'm just going to, you know, do it from top to the bottom, and then next row top, bottom, top, bottom. We're just going to swatch them like that so you can see all the shades. And then I'm going to also show you some looks that I created. So if you like this color story, it's a great formula. It's quite pigmented, I was really surprised, but it blends out beautifully. Honestly, really enjoyed the looks that I've created. So if you enjoyed this one, why not? But you guys, Jane Iredale came out with brand new eyeshadows. I was so indecisive, I did not know which color story I should pick up. I've got 3 of them. 2 of them are purchased and 1 of them was gifted to me. So this is the Pure Pressed eyeshadow palette, and this retails for $48. This is the color story Naturally Matte. This is the color story Naturally Glam. And this is the color story Solar Flare. So these eyeshadow palettes each contain 6 shades. They also did release trios and single shades. So if you don't want to purchase 6 shades all together, you can definitely just go with a trio. A trio is going to come for $32. Just not that great of a deal, to be honest, if 6 shades retail for $48. And then the single ones do come for $24. Yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit pricey for like a single eyeshadow. So I just decided I'm just going to go with the 6 shades. So actually there are 5 different colorways available. So the 3 colorways that I have, each have different finishes. So the colorway Naturally Matte has all matte shades. The colorway Naturally Glam all has shimmery shades. And then the Solar Flare palette are all metallics. I actually received the colorway Solar Flare as a gift from the shop where I always purchase my products from, and I had no idea about that. So thank you so much, Laura, for gifting me this eyeshadow palette. Thank you, because beautiful. Now I have all of the 3 different finishes to show you guys. We are going to be doing a look together now, but I just wanted to show you an entire look that I created with the color palette Solar Flare, because we're not going to be playing around with Solar Flare today, but I did film this so I could show you a look with some of the shades in the Solar Flare palette. I'm gonna go in with the Naturally Matte and the Naturally Glam palette. I'm gonna combine something here. So I'm just gonna use the shade Buttercream just to slightly lighten up the corner of my eyes a bit. The thing is with this formula, they do have some kickback. When I tap off the brush, it's flying a little bit, okay? But it's still a great formula and it has a lot of pigment. Not over the top pigmented, you know, but they do have a decent amount of pigment, I've got to say. So I'm gonna go into the shade right here, which I really love this shade actually. It's the shade Eggplant. It's a matte rose brown, this one. And I'm just gonna put this in my crease. such a beautiful cool tone, sort of brown, like rosy brown. So I'm gonna go into this shade, which is the shade Fudge, which is a matte deep chocolate brown. So I'm gonna use this on my outer corner just to build up some depth. You might be able to see when my brush goes in, it's kind of powdery, you know. It's more powdery than I expected them to actually be, but it's not a biggie. They still look really great and you can still work with them quite well. It's a really, really pretty shade. I mean, it's just brown, but you wouldn't believe how many shades of brown there are. And this is definitely also more cool toned. I'm going to apply my very favorite eyeliner, because I don't have an eyeliner by Jane Iredale. I don't think so. So I'm going to use my Victoria Beckham Satin Kajal liner in Cocoa. So my lower lash line, I'm gonna dare to go in with that shade Pecan. So let's start off with this one here. Okay, and I'm just gonna use the shade Fudge just for the outer corner, just a little bit. I'm just gonna press it right here. Alright, that's it with the matte shades. So I'm going to move on now to the shimmer shades in my Naturally Glam palette. My heart really is just beating for this shade right here. What's it called? It's called Tulle. Well, it's described as a shimmery antique gold, but this looks like a green sort of gold to me, and I'm burning to put this on my eyelids, okay? So we're gonna be doing that. I really want that to be the dominant color. I'm gonna literally put that on the center of my lids. These are like really natural shimmers, you know. They're not over the top sparkly. They don't have anything multi-dimensional or anything. So I'm also going to be using that shade Feather in my inner corner. So I'm also going to use the shade Feathery to highlight my brow bone, just ever so slightly. Now, I really like the look. I'm really happy about that really boring naturally matte one, because it is just so nice to have a palette with all of these basic shades all in one, and they're very useful. That's pretty much it. So let's actually move on to the next step. Let's move on to their newly released mascara. So this is the Beyond Lash Volumizing Mascara, and this retails for $28. So apparently this enhances lashes with a lasting lengthening effect, maximum pigment for bold, glossy, rich color payoff, flexible formula, conditions and protects for healthier lashes, resists under eye smudging and flaking, lash hugging applicator separates, volumizes and lengthens lashes. I enjoyed this. This wasn't hard to apply, just did not smudge on me, it did not flake off on me, it didn't give me raccoon eyes. It's a solid formula. So the brush here is kind of weird, to be honest with you guys. It's a weird brush because the bristles kind of just look like strange. Like, I don't know. It's not a silicone brush. It's your traditional sort of bristle brush. So let's apply this mascara. I mean, you can definitely see the difference. I mean, this did lift my lashes quite well. It's super volumizing. It's very highly pigmented. The formula in and of itself is a little bit on the drier side. So it's not like a wet mascara. You can, once you open this, you don't have to let it sit for like 14 days or something. Like with some mascaras, you have to do that in order for them to become a little bit better. But this, you can use this straight away. This is actually a little bit more on the drier side, and I would say if I would build this up and up, I would get into trouble of maybe having a little bit of clumpiness, but oh gosh, like right now I would not say this is clumpy at all. I'm saying if I would go in and in and in maybe, but it's actually stunning. It's very volumizing. It also has lifted my lashes quite a lot and definitely super black. So it's really decent, you know. Okay, so let's also do my other eye. Alright, I feel like with this I had just a little bit of clumps like around here, but nothing major, to be honest with you guys, nothing major. Although it's a little bit drier, it did not flake off, which is good, because that would be such a no-go. Yeah, the only thing I have to critique a little bit is that this brush isn't that great for my lower lashes, but I know a lot of you don't even do the lower lashes. I always kind of like to have a little bit of mascara on there. And it's also good to test if a mascara would smudge if you do your lower lashes. So now I do have two different products for the lips. I have a lipstick and I have a lip gloss. I know they have their lip stain. I actually had that product in my other video. So let's start with the lipstick first because I want to kind of end it off with the lip gloss. So this is the Triple Luxe Long Lasting Naturally Moist Lipstick, and this retails for $35. This is actually a vegan lipstick. All of the shades are vegan. I know that they used to have this shade Trisha and I can't find it anywhere anymore. I mean, I can't find it on the website, so that was the only shade that really intrigued me. So this lipstick right here was actually gifted to me, so I had no say in the shade, and dear Lord, I would have never picked up this shade. This is the shade Jackie. So the shade Jackie online, I'm gonna put a picture on here, okay? This is the shade Jackie online. It looks like a beautiful dusty rose, and then it's nothing like that. Like, what is going on? Jackie is described as a peachy pink. Peachy pink. I don't know. I mean, I appreciate the fact so much that Laura did send me this lipstick, because I can show it to you. I can show you the shade Jackie and I can show you how this actually looks in real. I mean, still on camera, but better than that picture online, you know. But this is really not my shade, you know. I always love a good neutral brown, rosewood, dusty rose, more on the purple side. It has like a strange scent to it. Like, I don't know what it is. Anyway, I'm gonna apply it and yeah. It looks ridiculous on me. This is not a shade that I would ever wear. So this also does not match my eyeshadow whatsoever. I'm gonna get rid of it in a second, but I still wanted to show you that shade Jackie because this was sent to me and I thought, why not put it in the video? It's not bad, but it's also, I'm not completely sold on the formula, you know? It's okay. It's almost like more matte. It's more of a satin finish, to be honest with you. I don't think this is very shiny. Maybe with a complete different eye look this would work, but this wasn't my intention, you know. So I'm gonna wipe it off, and to be honest with you, there's not one shade that I'm interested in. Maybe that shade Molly, if anything. But that shade Trisha, what happened to Trisha? Like, that was a shade that really spoke to me when I saw that online. I'm not sure if that picture is accurate at all, but I would have picked that one up and I can't find it anywhere. They must have discontinued the one and only shade that I would have tried. So I just removed it. I'm not saying it's a bad lipstick, it's just not my shade. So let's actually move on to their newly released lip gloss formula. So this is the HydroPure Hyaluronic Lip Gloss, and this retails for $26. Now this comes in 13 shades. I was so unsure which one to get, and then I decided to go with Mocha Latte, which is described as a shimmering bronze pink. This shade is a lot rosier in real than actually in the picture. It looks more like a purpley brown almost undertone. First off, this doe foot does not really pick up that much product. It's like, hello, can I get the product out? It really doesn't matter what shade you're gonna get. Maybe all of these shades have no pigment, I have no idea. This is so sheer. this also does not really feel like a gloss. It's weird. I'm gonna put it on and you'll see for yourself. What's happening, right? This doe foot also really does not want to pick up the product. So look, it's not the worst gloss I've ever tried. It's not sticky, it's not slipping around everywhere, you know, it's not too runny or anything, but it's almost too balmy. I would call this almost, this is really like almost like a balm and not a gloss. Also, there was almost zero reflect in this. You know, this is not going to give you that super wet, glossy, juicy lip feeling or lip look. It really not. This is just so underwhelming, to be honest. It's not wowing me. I'm a little bit bummed that I have to end the video on a product that I'm just not super thrilled about, but I just want to round this video up real quick. These 3 products are the freaking best products that I've tried ever by this line, like ever. And I'm so happy that I picked those up. Do let me know if you have tried out anything by Jane Iredale. Have you picked up any of these new releases? Would you be interested in? Or if you have any more questions, please do drop me a comment below. I love reading them, and if you found this review helpful, why not give it a big thumbs up? That would be extremely appreciated. Also, in case you have not subscribed to my channel just yet, why not hit that subscribe button? You can also ring the bell in order to stay notified about my upcoming videos, and I shall be seeing you in here very soon with the next one. So please do take care. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.